and welcome to Lincoln to Local. I'm Hannah Davis here with Steve Thompson to bring you an update on our week at the state capitol. Steve, the past couple of weeks you've been pretty busy on an ad valorem tax increase bill. Can you explain what that bill is and how it will affect farmers and ranchers?
Yes, Hannah, one of the biggest issues really of the last 5 years for Oklahoma Farm Bureau and our members at the state capitol has been an attempt by municipalities to create a new form of ad valorem tax to help fund police and fire and jail operations. So we've worked with all the stakeholders, both the other ag groups as well as police and fire representatives and city government representatives to try to establish the right parameters if that were to become law. Our members have longstanding opposition to new or increased ad valorem taxes, but if that was going to happen, and it turns out that that's the way the legislature has been going, we would like to see the vote threshold for approval be at a 60% supermajority. That had not been something we had been able to accomplish the last couple of years, but we successfully were able to amend a bill this week to move that threshold to 60%. So it was a drastic improvement from our perspective.
So this week we saw movement on a bill that would help improve access to healthcare in rural areas. Can you kind of explain some specifics of that bill? Yeah,
Hannah, one of our priority issues for 2020 has been expanding access to healthcare in rural areas. And Speaker Charles McCall from Atoka has made one of his priorities the same issue and passed a bill out of a House committee this week that would create a $25,000 income tax deduction for any medical doctor that located in a rural area.
And there was also a bill on that would help protect water rights for farmers and ranchers. What are some of the specifics of that one?
Yeah, another key fundamental for Oklahoma Farm Bureau has always been private property rights, and we work to protect our members from the negative effects of eminent domain every year. And one of the things that we're tackling this year is to make sure that if a project needs to be taken by eminent domain, that they're not allowed to access the groundwater rights without specifically compensating the landowners for that. So we have some new protections there that, thanks to our friend Senator Julie Daniels from Bartlesville, passed the Senate floor unanimously 43-0 this week. So that bill moves on to the House.
Great. And then on this coming Monday and Tuesday, Farm Bureau leaders from across the state will be in Oklahoma City for our Leadership Conference. What are some of the highlights of that conference?
We're very excited to welcome family members from all over the state for that. We have Secretary of Agriculture Blaine Arthur kicking off at lunch on Monday. And then Governor Kevin Stitt will share some words with our folks, and some of the leaders of the various USDA agencies in the state will be here, as long as Congresswoman Kinder Horn and some of the challengers on the Republican side of that congressional race this year. So we're very excited to meet several of the folks from the state capitol over there, hand out some legislative awards, and reconnect with our members from around the state.
Great, we're looking forward to that. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Lincoln to Local.